Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, March 11th. It is 6:22 right now. Market's going to open in about 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. Just got a few things here to update. And we should be good to go. So, looks like we are good to go. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here on the premium. All right. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start market liquidity over here on the daily chart. All right. So let's start over here at the daily. Going down to the 8-hour chart. Going down to the 4-hour chart. Going down to the 2-hour chart. Down to the 1-hour. Down to the 30-minute. Down to the 15. I mean, there's a big spike there from the news this morning, so it pretty much wiped out all the lingering liquidity from before. That's about it. All right, so back down to the 1-minute chart. So from here, we have the closest level of liquidity above at 39,378, and then we have the closest level below at 39,093. Those are the two levels of liquidity closest to current price. We'll see what happens here in market pushes up or down. It's about 70 points away, so it's a pretty far distance away before it gets to that point there. Yeah. All right. So here's a clean chart on the markup 630. Sorry, guys, I just had some stuff going on behind the scenes. Guys, if you guys are having technical issues, make sure to reach out to me like earlier, not like right when I'm going live, because you're kind of getting in the way of everybody else here. So in the future, guys, if you guys have any questions or any technical issues, make sure that you message me like 30 minutes before, not like right before I go live, especially if you know I'm going live. Because it's just a disservice to everybody else here. All right, so down to the 1 hour over here. Seems like some people have technical issues right now, so well, a couple of people having technical issues. And this stuff could have been sorted out earlier. All right, so we have this right here. And this here is the one-hour resistance level. That's pretty much it. All right, so we got that cleaned up right there. Going over here to our main chart, I think we had news from this morning, of course. News at 3 o'clock, 5:30, 5:55, and 6. So 3, 5:30. I'll do those two first. So 3 o'clock, 5:30, obviously this huge candle. 5:55. And 6 o'clock. And that's pretty much it. There's no other news for today. And 6 o'clock, which right there. So we got all the news marked up right here. Price is pretty much in between a bunch of the sessions. Looking over here at our BB3 chart, there is a double body rejection right there. Never mind, take that back. It's now no longer there. And looking over here at our PRB, we currently have a bullish trend. So we'll see what happens here on open, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is March 12th, Tuesday, 6:29 right now. Market's going to open in about 10 seconds. And we'll see where this goes from here. All right, guys, so market is now open. Here is the opening candle. We're getting that first rejection right there for the PRB. So if anybody's looking to take the PRB, there goes your first rejection off the pivot. We'll see what happens in the next couple of moments or so. Opening price right there. So price is pretty much breaking past that 1 hour resistance level. We'll see if that gets invalidated and a new level gets created. So the price is pushing up to that first level of liquidity up there. There is nothing here yet for the breakout B3. There's the PRB starting to set up right here. And price is now above all of the sessions. So here we go, guys. PRB still kind of setting up over here. So we have the first rejection. You're not going to look for some space, some consolidation, sideways movement. And then from there, you're going to look for another retracement and rejection off the pivots. So there's no PRB entries available yet. There's no double body, double wick. So there's nothing for us to look at right there, at least not at the moment. 1 hour resistance is kind of just hanging out right here. We'll see if the price ends up coming back down or retest opening price, and then maybe possibly bounce off it. Let's also take a look at retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently 77% short. This indicates that 77% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So you typically want to do the opposite and buy. Looking over here at the fundamentals, fundamentals are currently now, they're up 32 points. So we got some news over here that stocks rise for the first day in 3 after February CPI. And this is probably what's causing price to come right back down. So whenever you see this breaking news, expect price to come back in the opposite direction. And that's exactly what's happening right here. So they just said the stocks are rising and then price comes down. Pretty typical. I got some forex trades over here running too. This one's almost at my full TP. This one's halfway there. This one's halfway there as well. Okay, so all my trades are running cool. I'll come back and take a look at those later, but for the most part, for YM today, nothing available just yet. So this might be the PRB right here, guys. If this candle right here rejects off this pivot, then this is going to be the PRB entry. I'm not going to take the entry, but I will mark it up for you guys here for anybody who wants to take it. And there goes the PRB entry. So the PRB entry is currently running right now. Again, I'm not in this position. It's just up to you guys if you guys want to take it. I'm waiting for the breakout V3. So no entries available for me yet. Price is kind of just bouncing around. It's rejecting off the sessions right here. PRB is pushing up into profit. But it's kind of tricky. It's like in an area where there's a ton of red flags. There's sessions right here, Asia high. I mean, this is a good sign. If it rejects off the Asia high like that and off the pivots, this is probably a good sign of rejection. And it's probably going to push up from there. There's just a lot of manipulation that happens around the sessions. So I typically don't like to mess around there unless I have to, like for the BV3. But PRB is running in profit. There's no BV3 entry. Price is pretty much rejecting off the 1 hour resistance. So there's actually a lot of confluences here. Price is rejecting off resistance. It's also rejecting off the sessions and the pivot. So there's just like a lot of areas of rejection right there. However, there's no entries for me to take or that I'm personally looking for myself. So ATR is also super high right now. It's currently at 24. So that means that each candle is moving about 24 points, which is super high. That's like one candle move in a direction to hit, TPR stop loss. So I'm not in the PRB, I'm not in any positions here. I'm just waiting for the BB3 to come up. So I'm basically looking for a double body, double wick rejection. Once we have that, then I will be looking for a possible entry for the BB3. All right. So I'm still not in any positions here, guys. Just waiting for this BB3 to come up. Looks like the PRB might have hit stop loss. Yeah. So I didn't take the PRB, so this obviously doesn't count for me. But if anybody took it, unfortunately, didn't play through. So hopefully this BB3 does play through. So whoever's taking both of the breakouts, it'll balance out to break even. But I kind of had a feeling this was going to play out because of the news. So this is why I would have been really wary about taking any buys right now. You always want to keep track of CNBC. Like whatever CNBC is reporting, you want to keep track of it because the market's going to do the opposite for the most part. And that's exactly what happened right here. All right, the ATR is super high right now. It's 28. It's moving pretty crazy right now, guys. The market is reacting to the CPI news from this morning, which was positive. Yeah, the volatility is kind of all over the place right now. I mean, it's working well for my positions right here. My TP is about to get hit for GBP USD. Let's leave it alone, let that thing hit right there. So keep pushing. I'm hoping that CPI news keeps pushing so I can go and hit my TP down there. See, Jeff's asking, are we going to adjust our TP stop loss? Not yet. There's no need to adjust it just yet. I mean, when the entry comes up, we'll see what the ATR is looking like. Just because the ATR is 29 right now doesn't mean it's going to be it's going to be 29 in the next 30 minutes, right? The volatility is just high right now. It's going to die back down once we get closer to, like, say, 7 o'clock, 7:30. So there's no need to change anything right now because it changes. Yeah. It's not going to stay very high. The volatility doesn't stay like this all day long. It's like this for like maybe the first 10 minutes, first 15 minutes, and then, but if we get a V1 pattern, then okay, we'll maybe start thinking about it. But right now, not so much. All right, so price is pretty much correcting back down to what it already did. It corrected back down to the 5:30 news right here. This is the news candle from 5:30. Price pushed up, it came down a little bit, bounced off it, came back up, came back down right here. And then now it's going back even further to the 3 o'clock news from this morning. Yep, there we go. It tumbles further. And here we go back down. So this 1 hour resistance level is probably going to be irrelevant. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be very useful. So, I mean, I'll just leave it here. But for the most part, it's not really looking like it's gonna be too useful. Yeah, if I want to clean that up later, I'll just take it off because it's kind of pointless. There's no rejections off it, or not, no real rejections. It's kind of just in the middle. We got the 1 minute resistance level right here, and then down below, if this lower low closes, we're gonna have a 1 minute support level down there. So we'll see if it holds or if it ends up, coming down even further. All right, so we're getting a double body down here, guys. We are getting a double body. Let me check what the range would look like for our TP stop loss if this is to be the breakout V3. It'll probably push back up to the opening price right there. So let's see. I think 25.25 is still fine, guys. I'm going to keep it at 25.25 for now. I'm not going to make any changes just yet because the volatility hasn't really confirmed that it's going to be any higher. It's kind of just uh, there. All right, so there's no double body rejection there yet. We had to hang tight. The volatility is probably going to die down. I hope it pushes down a little further so we get a new lower low here, but if not, that's fine. We're not going to get a double body there, at least not yet. So we do have a support level down here, at least for now. Not sure if this will hold. It's probably not going to hold. So I'll just leave this alone for now. Yeah. So the lower low is pushing further. Um, yeah, there's just nothing for us to take here right now. There's no pivot scalp there. There's just nothing to take right now. It looks like price is going to push down to the sessions, maybe bounce off. That'd be ideal. So preferably, that's what I'd like to happen. I'd like price to push down to the sessions, reject off it right here with a double body rejection, and then climb back up to opening price. Right? I think that'd be ideal for us if we could get that. Yeah, I prefer to just drop a little further. Check my GU position. My GU is like right at TP. $10 away. USD CAD. So for my forex positions are following it. So it looks like it's probably going to keep dropping further. I'm just going to close out of it. I'm already at my CP. I don't want to risk it. I was off by like $10. So full TP right there for my GU position. My EU is on its way down too, up 300. So I was up like about $1,000 for today across all of my forex trades. So you can see I can trade anything. It doesn't really matter. I'm pretty much applying like the same strategies to my forex trades on the daily time frame. So like I said before, guys, a lot of these strategies, pretty much all of them, they all translate to other assets and other time frames. So, and it was already overextended, so that's why I kind of pulled out of it. But like I said before, guys, if you guys understand my thought process behind why I analyze the trades the way I do, a lot of this stuff, it translates to all different assets. You can trade whatever you like. You can trade on whatever time frame you like. You just have to understand what I'm looking for because I'm looking for the same thing pretty much across the board. I always look for like there's a couple main things that I look for. So I look for a reversal pattern, which is basically a double body, double wick. That's like usually one of the confluences I typically look for. The other confluence is, of course, momentum. Another confluence is like trend. I mean, it depends on what you want to apply. If you want to take something risky, take something less risky, you want something conservative, you just use different confluences to improve on that. But there's like three main pillars that I use. It's like reversal, continuation with momentum, and trend. That's about it. Sometimes you can use the trend, sometimes you don't need to. It's just up to your preference, however you want to trade it. But works the same way. All right, so we have a lower low down here. We have a new support level down at this point. I'm going to go and just put this down there. I'm in a support level. There's no V1 pattern, so I'm kind of hoping price drops lower. I'm hoping this gets invalidated and it keeps dropping lower so that we get a V1 pattern down there for a breakout V3. Yeah, Kenny said, I'd like it to push lower to reject off some sort of support. Like you said, don't really like this area because it's at the news candle. Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. So it's not there yet. It's not at these sessions yet. It's just sitting around where the news candle is. I'm hoping price gets manipulated around this area and then it just comes down further and then it rejects off this and then makes it climb up, right? That's what I would prefer. There's another double body rejection right here, which is fine. But I'm hoping, yeah, we get the double body rejection, then it comes back down. It might even just range from down here, range or consolidate around this area. Might just consolidate for a bit before eventually it makes its climb right back up. But the target price point is always going to be the same. It's going to be opening price up here. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm just hoping it doesn't push up just yet because we don't have an opportunity for entry yet at this point. We need to have that double body, double wick. Once we have that, I can start looking for, a pushback to the upside. So I prefer for it not to push up yet. Hoping it just gets in a range right now or consolidates, and then we get that opportunity to the upside. Liquidity hasn't gotten hit yet. As you guys can see, the top liquidity has not gotten hit. Lower level has not gotten hit either. So there's still a lot of liquidity on both sides. And there's still a lot of room for opportunity here. So we just got to sit tight. I mean, this is kind of just like how the market was yesterday, right? We just got to sit tight. The opportunity will come up when time comes, but right now we just got to sit tight. It's only 6:44, so I know it probably feels like we've been watching the charts for a while, but it's only been like 14 minutes. Feels like we've been on here for like an hour already. Just waiting for, to break out V3 to come up, but it's all good. Just got to be patient, got to sit tight. And the opportunity will come up when the time comes. And it looks like price is coming back down. So it looks like a range is starting to become established right here. Range or consolidation, whatever you want to call it, same thing. See how big of the range is here. So I would consider it a range because the consolidation here is actually pretty decently high. The range here is it's about 52 points. So it's pretty much going back and forth between these two areas. If it starts to get tighter and it starts to squeeze, then we'll call it consolidation, but it doesn't really matter what you call it. It's the same thing. It's just consolidation is a lot tighter. So we got price coming back down right here. And as price comes down to this point, we'll see if price retest the sessions right here. I mean, target price point for us if price comes down is going to be this session right here. Projection off there, back up. So we have two target price points. It's either going to be the sessions for retracement, retest, or opening price for correction. I'm glad there's a sell signal right here because this is what we want. We want a sell signal here to close so that we can catch that buy back to the upside. All right, perfect. So we got the sell right there. We got the retest of the sessions, exactly what we were looking for. And let's see if we can get that reversal back to the upside. So I'm cool with it being a double wick, double body rejection, doesn't matter. But we have a new low here. So with the new low right there, I'll just leave this low at the moment. I'm looking for the fake out. So I actually want price to come back below. I want price to come back down here, fake out, come back up, and then push back up to the opening price right here. So I gotta give it some time. All right. Now we wait. So I actually wanted to drop down further. I wanted to break this low so that we can get the fake out down here. But you guys can see the range. So if I mark a structure right here, you guys can see this is the range right here right now. Price is just ranging. But I want it to come back below here and then pull back up. And then it'll probably fake out again right here. And then come back up from there. All right, you guys have seen this before. Fake out, fake out, fake out, fake out, push back to open the price. This is the same pattern from yesterday. We might get the same exact pattern from yesterday. So I've mentioned this to you guys before. This typically happens. So this is why Mondays are good feeler days, because Mondays will kind of show you what the market's going to do for the rest of the week. And it looks exactly the same as it did yesterday. So if you remember yesterday, the price was in a range. It was ranging, then it faked out, and then it faked out, and then it faked out, and then it ranged for a bit, and then it finally climbed up, and that's where we took our trade, if you guys remember. So this is something that I'm kind of expecting. Since we already saw this pattern yesterday, the patterns typically repeat themselves for the week. That's why it's good on Monday to like really focus and understand how the market's moving, because it's going to really help you like for the rest of the week. A lot of people they try not to trade on Monday, and I think that's like one of the biggest mistakes, because you have to trade every day. If you're going to scalp, or if you're going to be a day trader, you have to you have to trade every day. You can't like take a day off and like fuck off for a day. Like you can't not be on the charts like every single day if you're a day trader. If you're a swing trader, then yeah, different story. You can be on the charts. Well, even for me, for my forex trades over here, I only look at these once a day. So I'm still on it every day, and you can see both of my positions are running. So I'm up over 1,000 today for my forex trades, because I just closed out my GBP USD for about 300 or 400, and it's already hit full TP right there. My Euro USD is currently up about 330. My USD CAD's up about 300. So I'm in profit, well over 1,000 off these trades. I took these last night, or not last night, but yesterday. I only look at my forex trades on market close. So every day around 2 o'clock, I look at the forex charts, because I trade on the daily time frame, and I just let the trades run. Their swing trades. So they've been running for like less than a day now, half a day, and they're playing out nice. So if that's the case, so like if we're looking at this here from my forex perspective, I'm expecting price to drop further, because or just range or consolidate, because it's showing that the US dollar is currently actually, no, price might correct up. So price might correct up because the US dollar is actually strong right here. So for Euro USD, you can see how it's Euro USD. When price goes down, that means the dollar is stronger than the euro. And then same with USD CAD here. I'm here for a buy. So this kind of indicates that US dollar is stronger than the Canadian dollar. So it shows strength across the board for the US dollar. So we might get the correction up here that we've been pretty much waiting for. We're just waiting for price to correct back up. And once it corrects back up, it's going to climb back to, opening price. Rashid is asking, what's the broker for those forex? For forex, I use forex.com. I only use regulated brokers. I've always used forex.com from like when I first started trading. It just kind of sucks because the leverage is low. But I mean, if you know what you're doing, then you can profit. You can grow the account. Like for my forex accounts over here, I grew this account from I think 5,000. It's now at almost 10,000. And this was from like February. So like in a month, I made like about 5,000 on this account. It's a small account, and it's just I'm just slowly growing it up, because I'm just swing trading on it. So yeah, maybe at some point I'll put more money into it, but I think I'm just gonna put more money into my futures account, because it just makes more sense, right? With the futures. Forex is kind of just a fun thing. It just kind of keeps me in the loop. So it's not like I forget about anything, because I've been trading Forex for a long time. So I still like to trade Forex. I just don't like to be on the charts all day. All right, so we're getting the fake out right here. We have the fake out below right here. We're having another fake out right here. I think price is going to pull back into the range. So price came over here, it broke the low, faked out, came back up. I think right here is going to fake out again, and then it'll probably come right back down. Maybe provide some sort of V1 pattern here, and then correction back up. Kenny's asking, how much did you fund your futures account? I started with like about 5,000, I think. Yeah, it's just 5,000. I checked with a NinjaTrader to see what the minimum balance is. They said you only need like about 3,000, like bare minimum though. So bare minimum like 3,000. I only put 5,000 because that was the max that I could electronically transfer over. So I'm probably going to deposit another 5,000, so I just have a $10,000 cushion in there. But I've been trading on a $5,000 account. So you can execute trades. Today I'm going to try, I've been trying like a smaller contract size, and I've been easing into it. but I'm probably gonna at a $5,000 account, I'm gonna cap it at 4 contracts. Because at 4 contracts, it's gonna yield about 500 profit loss per trade. So I think that's good for now. Once I get it to 10,000, then I'll up the contract size. But there's like a limit for how much I can transfer over. Unless if you wire the money, which I could have done that too, but it's just too much work on my end. Go to the bank, fill out the wire form. It's just kind of lazy to do that. Nice. Maddie caught a high-low momentum scalp. So the high-low momentum scalp just came up right here, guys. There was a lower low right here, buy signal, broken close past pivots 1 and 2. Maddie took that trade there. I'm not sure if anybody else caught it, but the trade came up right here. It was super, super quick. Full TP right there for a high-low momentum scalp. If you guys are not familiar with this strategy, basically you're looking for the lower low, looking for a momentum signal, break and close past pivots 1 and 2. That's what happened right there, and it pushed right up to a full TP. And you can see prices pulling back into the range. It's doing exactly what I just said was going to happen, right? Faked out, pull back into the range, faked out, pull back into the range. It's the same exact pattern that happened yesterday. So don't get caught in these traps, because these traps they've been being set up since yesterday. And you kind of just want to wait for it to it's going to break out eventually. This is like literally the same market as yesterday. So let me go over here real quick. If I could pull up my screenshot. Yeah, so here's the entry from yesterday. Let me put it over here real quick. It's the same thing, right? So price came down, came up, faked out, came down, faked out, and then came up, and then we ended up trading within the range. But it's the same thing. The range was actually tighter. It was kind of bouncing between this area here. This was a fake out. This was a fake out. Price came down for another fake out. Came back up, retested, and then it came back down for our entry. So it doesn't really matter which direction we're trading in, but it's pretty much the same pattern that we saw the other day. Yeah, let me scroll up real quick. Yeah, Kenny said nice. It's pretty good profits on a 5K investment. Yeah, no, exactly. I think it's pretty solid. I usually, when I open an account, if I'm testing the account out, I usually start off with like 5, 10K. And then from there, I'll just start to pile more money into it. So for my Ninja Trader account, my personal futures account, I'm probably going to hold off on like putting any more money on it until for like a while. And then I'm going to just funnel a lot of my Apex profits into that account. So it'll just grow because it's on my copier. It's pretty much taking the same trades. The only good part about having a personal account is that there's no trailing drawdown. So I can just kind of run this account forever and just let it run to see what happens, by the end of the year. The only downside with having a personal account is the tax situation. So you got to pay taxes on it. I'm not sure how taxes are calculated through futures because I've never traded futures before. So I guess we'll see what happens when I fill out my taxes at the end of the year. That's where it's going to get a little messy. The good thing is that it is a US company, so they're going to give you like a 1099 or something, or like an actual tax document. It's always a problem with like Bitcoin or crypto because you don't get tax documents for a lot of those. All right. So price is now pushing back up to opening price. Unfortunately, we didn't have the setup here that we were waiting for. So there's no entries for us to take. I mean, this right here would have been a breakout V3 if we had the V1 pattern. Unfortunately, we didn't. So it's all good. Just got to sit tight and wait for the opportunity here to come up. So price is pushing back up to opening price. I mean, we'll see what happens here. Price pushes up to it, and then if it comes back down, maybe we'll look for something like that. But I mean, who knows? There's a big gap over here, so there's a big range. And there's going to be a lot of space here to trade in. All right, so looking at this over here, price is pushing up to the opening price. It's also pushing up to the 1 hour resistance level. So maybe it's a good idea that I did take this off because this is going to be a structure that we can possibly take a look at and focus on. There's actually no structure here in the middle. So the range is actually this whole area right here. This is the actual range. Because I only draw structure at higher highs and lower lows, right? Price is pushing up here. Let's see if it rejects off and it creates a big range between this area. Either way, there's no entries for us here at the moment. I know some of you guys are looking for some opportunities here, but nothing's really come up. If price climbs up higher, that's fine too. Price is now rejecting off the sessions. Looks like we might get a double body rejection off the sessions right there. Price didn't necessarily get up to opening price yet, but it is rejecting off the Asia high right here. So if this candle here closes red, this is going to be a double body rejection off the sessions. And we'll see if it climbs back down and creates a range. So the range is pretty much lined up with the 1 hour resistance. We have the 1 hour resistance lined up with the 1 minute support. Price looks like it's breaking above. I'm not sure if it'll actually close up there. This might fake out and come back down. So if it fakes out and comes back down, we're going to have the same range, but it's just going to be a lot wider. So it's not a small consolidation. Like yesterday's trade where price was consolidating, and here price is establishing a high that's like a bit higher. Or it might even push up to this 1 minute resistance level right here. So if it pushes up higher, we might get a double body rejection right here or a double top, and then it can come back down. Eddie said, was that not a PRB earlier going short? The PRB already came up earlier for a buy, Eddie, on open. There's only one PRB per day. So there's no PRB for the sell earlier. This was the PRB that came up earlier as for a buy. You had rejection, space, rejection, and that was a PRB. It only comes out once a day, so you can't. I mean, if you wanted to, you could look for the same pattern the other way. I've looked for PRBs multiple times, and it works. But the way that the strategy was put together, it's meant to be used as a breakout. So it just kind of depends on the person who's applying it if they want to apply it multiple times. I mean, if you like the PRB, you can do it. You can do it as much as you like. It's just the way that I've put it together is meant to be once a day. Let's see. Kenny said BB3 for a sell at the top range sounds beautiful. Yeah, I know that could happen. So we can get that double top, like I just said here, guys. So we have, again, this is a clean chart. So we can get a double top up here. And then if we get that and it comes back down, that could be pretty nice. Because now we have this big range. This is like the top of the range. So if we get a reversal pattern right here, this is actually pretty nice because if you have that there, you're going to be able to write it back down. Like we have all this space right here to climb down. Also, the volatility here is starting to die down. You can see the volatility earlier was at like 28, 26. Now it's at 25 and it's getting lower. So we'll see. Let's see, Nick said the all-time high is at 39,446. Gotcha. Let's see. Whatever. Yeah. So the all-time high is basically, I mean, it's still pretty far off. Yeah, it's still got some time. All right, so we have a double body that's starting to set up right here, guys. We might have a sell here for a breakout V3. So we just got to follow it, see how price comes through. We do have the double body that's about to close right here. So the pattern that I just introduced to you guys is it played out kind of perfect. We have the double body rejection there. It's a little lower, but I mean, not double body. We have a double top. So we have a double top off this 1 minute resistance. As long as price stays below this level, we may have opportunity for a breakout V3 to the downside. We just got to make sure that it doesn't push up higher, because if it pushes up higher, it's going to invalidate this high, which is fine too. But for the sake of breakout B3. That's kind of what we're looking for here. So price again got close to liquidity. It hasn't touched it yet. And we'll see what happens here next. So we're looking for that sell signal. Once we get that sell signal, we'll be looking for possible opportunity here for entry, which personally to me is fine. Because we have such a big range right here. There's so much space here for price to come back down lower. And our TP stop loss isn't like super crazy. So it's like enough for us to just get in and out super quickly for 25. This is why, like what Jeff was asking earlier, if we're going to adjust our TP stop loss, there's really no need because the volatility dies down. And you can see right here that the volatility is a lot slower. And it gives us opportunity to get in and out of position like quick enough. I'm just hoping the candle's not super huge because typically I don't like when the candle's super huge like that. It just makes it, it takes away a lot of space that we can be climbing from. But it's got to be big enough for the signal to close. So I'm hoping it stays at a decent size. We got about 20 seconds left on this candle here. I'm hoping that it actually closes and it's not like a lingering pending momentum like it's been in the past. I'm hoping it just closes so we have the opportunity here to possibly take this down. So this candle has about like 5 seconds left on it. No momentum there. It's almost, but no momentum there. Didn't close at the last second again. So again, we just got to wait for this here to close. Once it closes, we'll look for opportunity, but there's not going to be any jump in the gun here. We got to wait for this to actually close with the sell signal, whether it be valid or invalid. And then from there, we'll see where we'll take this next. About 30 seconds left on this candle right here. I'm just hoping it's not one of those pending sell signals that's just pending for like 20 minutes, right? Those are super annoying. And it just takes away from the volatility and momentum that we're looking for. So we got about 10 seconds left on this candle here. Again, we're going to wait for it to close because you can see here that it just keeps disappearing at the last second. So we got the candle here closing. We got the sell signal. Oh, it almost closed at the very last second and then it just disappeared. All right, so we'll see what happens here next. It's just one of those candles. It's exactly what we were hoping was not going to happen. It's one of those pending sell signals that just stays pending for a while. Yeah, Kodi's in sight. All right. Yeah, I know what happens. It's because the volatility here is not as high as it was before. The volatility is there, but it's not as high. It just keeps like, you know, the momentum, it fills and then at the last second, it just pushes up. Nick said he's never seen. No, I've seen it. I've seen it a lot of times because the way that my momentum indicator works is based off price. So the momentum's kind of following it. If price gets pulled back at the last second, it disappears. So, oh my God, it happened again. You guys see that? It happened again. It came up and then at the last second, it just price pushed up. All right, at this point, give me a invalid signal, and then we'll have a double body right here, and then we'll just take it back to the upside. They know you're watching, Nick. I'm messing with you right now. It's like the market makers they know. Yeah, preferably I'd want to buy, just like Rashida said. So, I mean, I'd be okay with the invalid signal coming up and then no breakout V3. But if this is the case, then, you know, we might have a range up here now. So price will probably be consolidating around this area now, if that's the case. Which is all good. Just kind of annoying, but it's all good. Jake said they probably do know. I know this is why I wanted to get off the live stream. So that's why I'm not on YouTube anymore as much because, you know, whenever somebody finds something that works really well, the market makers are going to find out. Like there's always people who find out. And we've noticed this over the years. Like I've changed strategies a couple of times, like throughout the season. And for some reason, like it knows, the market knows. because the market, the strategies I create, they work really well for like, a couple months. And then the more people that are on the stream, it just starts to be less and less efficient. So yeah, no, exactly. Nick said that they pay trillions of dollars per year just to find shit out. Yeah, exactly. That's how they make money. I mean, that's how market makers make money, right? Um, I don't think they necessarily follow my strategy specifically, but I know that they understand where we take entries, right? Like I'm pretty sure Apex is like selling them info. Like, well, not Apex, but there's other companies out there like Top Step. Top Step is one of those companies that they don't, they're a data company. So if you ever listen to the interviews from Top Step, they're a data company. Like what they do is they don't necessarily copy trades, but they pretty much document everybody's trading, like where everybody enters and stuff like that, and how everybody's strategies kind of go in at certain price points, and then they put that into data, which they sell to these market makers. So it's I mean it's a messed up game, but as long as you know how to play the game and you're not too stuck and you know how to adapt with the market, you should be fine. Like for us here, we're always adapting with the market. If the strategy doesn't work as well, then we make small changes to the strategy where we hope that they can't follow us. Eventually they'll follow us. It'll you can't be doing the same thing forever. So, but the good thing for you guys is that I'm here. So as long as I'm here, you guys will have full spectrum of adaptation to like any specific market. Because I'm in here to make money, guys. Like I'm not here to be a YouTube guru or I'm not trying to get all famous on like social media and stuff. I want to make money from trading. So for me personally, I'm always going to be adapting to the market. It's always crazy to see like certain people who just sell products and stuff where they um like Maddie, like that guy that the other breakout guy that we were talking about. It's crazy because that guy's he's still trying to sell his trading strategy, but he blew his account already. So it's crazy. I think he's at 200K and he's now at like 40K within like a week. And he's still trying to sell the strategy that lost him basically his blown account. And this is a personal account. It's like his actual money, which is crazy. Yeah, Jackson should Sean carry me to freedom. Jake said, when you're a profitable trader, they will move with your plays. If you lose, they will also take the opposite. Yeah, exactly, Jake. That's why it's better to stay under the radar. So I try to stay under the radar as much as possible. Because it just it makes things more efficient and easier on us. Because if we're on the radar and people and the market makers try to trade opposite of us or do the opposite of us or push price the other way, um, it just forces you to adapt with the market more often. So thankfully for us, we've been under the radar for the most part until I got sued by that hedge fund. Yeah, until I got sued by that hedge fund like 2 years ago. We were definitely on the radar at that point because I'm like, wow, how is this hedge fund even finding me out of nowhere? Unless someone just like snitched on us, somebody else that was out there. But I know that was probably one of the most annoying things when that hedge fund made me like when I was in that lawsuit with the hedge fund and I had to change my name or change the company name. Super annoying. It was for the name, Kenny. Because I was K2 Trades before. The hedge fund was like K2 they had K2 in their name too. But it was basically like a copyright suit. I would have won the suit, but that case was going on for like the case was going on for like years. And I spent like over 100,000 on the case just on lawyer fees. So it came to a point where I was like, this is dumb. And I just changed the name. So I went from K2 Trades to Kodi Kai Trades. So our old name was K2 Trades. There was a hedge fund called K2. They're a big hedge fund. I don't know how could they even find me. Like it's crazy that they found me. Um, but yeah, they found me on YouTube actually. And they tried to cut a deal, but I was like, no, I'm not cutting a deal with you guys. They probably wanted me to trade for them. But obviously I was like, no, I'm not gonna sell out because they wanted to buy me out. They basically wanted to buy my indicators, buy the strategy, buy the website. They wanted to buy everything out. And if that was the case, then you guys wouldn't be able to use the indicators and stuff like that. Um, Yeah, because Albert said I thought a ski company came after you. No, it was because we're both in the financial space and trading that that we kind of conflicted. They said I was taking their clients. I'm like, bro, I'm not a hedge fund, not yet. I think they heard that I was trying to become a hedge fund, and I was also looking into the space too. I was looking for sponsors, and that's kind of how they found me too. And then they wanted to buy out everything, so I was like, nah. If they bought out everything, I'd have to like give up all control, and you guys wouldn't have access to like the live streams and the indicators anymore. So I basically just gave him the finger, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna change the name, and we just ended up changing it to the full name. Yeah, no, definitely, Jamal. I would never sell the company. I don't think anybody could offer me like any form of money for me to sell out because I built this company from the ground up, and I built this community and I built these strategies and these indicators. There's no way I would sell this off because I could make way more money just trading. So yeah, there's no way I would sell out. All right, we currently have a sell signal here. This is perfect. We're looking for a double body rejection, double wick rejection. We don't have a double body because the double body here just came out. Now we do. Perfect. So we actually do have a double body here now. Take that off. We're now looking for a buy here for the breakout V3. The only problem is that the volatility is starting to get pretty low. But this is going to be a good confluence for us because if price does push up, it's going to push up to the liquidity up here, right? So this kind of goes along with Rashida's analysis from earlier. She was like, oh yeah, she'd prefer it to push up to liquidity. And that's kind of what I prefer too. So we just gotta hope that this climbs up and doesn't pull back below this level. I mean, if it does, it's fine. We'll look for another low. But at the moment, we'll just wait for it here. Daniel said 1 billion. No, I wouldn't even sell the company for 1 billion. The thing with trading is that I actually like trading. So if I was to sell this company, I'd be like super bored because then I'd have nothing else to do, right? I have to find some other thing that I like to do. And I personally like trading, so I don't think I could I think I'd be trading for the rest of my life, honestly, because it's not stressful for me. Like getting on these live sessions with you guys every morning, I actually like waking up in the morning. Some people are not morning people and they hate to wake up in the morning. Like I love to wake up in the morning. I wake up without an alarm clock at like 5 o'clock each day because I'm excited to make money for that day. So for me, I don't think I'll ever stop trading because you can basically trade your whole life, especially if you have the tool and you understand how to read the markets. Like you're just gonna adapt every single time. Yeah, Cameron said Pearl, I love it. Woke up with no alarm today. Yeah, I never need an alarm. I just wake up every day, um, same time, because I'm always excited to make money in the market. All right, so right here we have the double body rejection, guys. We have a pending buy signal right here. If this buy signal closes, we're going to look for a green candle to follow. We're getting a lot of double bodies on both sides, which is not a really good thing. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not a great thing because it's just indicating that price is squeezing, right? So I mean, it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. It could be a good thing because price can spike to our TP. It could be a bad thing because it can also spike in the opposite direction. So if this candle here closes green, this will probably push it up higher, provide a buy signal. But again, we need to wait for that to actually close for us to have that opportunity there. So see what's going on over here. Let's see, Kenny's asking, is that a valid double body bottom, green, red candle instead of the red, green candle? Personally, I wouldn't consider this a double bottom right here. Kenny, like for me, I want price to actually push away from it first. So for me, I like for price to push away, then come back down. Then I would consider that, a double bottom. This right here is a double body though. So this green and red candle is a double body. That's a reversal pattern. But in order for me to consider it like a double top or a double bottom, I would want price to actually push away from it. So for example, right here, see how price was up here it came down and came back up, I'd consider this a double top. But yeah, I would need some space in between for it to push away and come back. So it looks like we're in the same situation that we just talked about earlier, guys. There's a lot of pending momentum here that just keeps coming and disappearing. We're getting some blocky candles over here. As you guys can see, it's not really moving smoothly at all, but it's just consolidating within this area. So lots of consolidation right here. So I'm fine with price coming down. I'm just hoping we don't get another low. So I don't want another low here, because if we have another low, this is going to be invalidated. Unless it's a double body low, then okay, perfect. A double body, double wick, I'm okay with that. But I don't want another low to come up right here because that's going to screw with our position. This right here might be a double bottom. So this is actually what I was just talking about with you, Kenny. So this could be a double bottom right here, which is actually better. It's a double bottom into consolidation where it's going to climb up. That's kind of what I would like to see here. But I mean, who knows? I don't like to predict the market. So I don't predict the market. Most of the time, I react to the market. So like, for example, I just saw here that there's a double bottom, then I'm going to react to it if I get a buy signal, because this is a better confluence here. You can see, yeah, exactly. Kenny said the wedge is forming, and that's exactly where it's lining up with. So lines up with my analysis. There's a wedge forming, and then plus on top of that, we have the double test of the structure. We just need a buy signal here and a green candle after it. Just the volatility is so low right now that it keeps disappearing. So we got 40 seconds left on this candle right here. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time, and the momentum is just not strong enough right now. The volatility is pretty much dead. Yeah, the volatility here is the ATR is dying down. As you can see, the ATR right there was at 28. ATR was at 28, went down to 26, went down to 25, went down to 20, now 19. Volatility is just not there. But it's all good. You know, this is all part of the game. You just gotta sit tight and wait. I have my computer set up a little differently now for my laptop. So I have my grapple console always open. So when I do get in a position, I'm gonna make sure to flatten all when it comes time. As you guys saw what happened yesterday, it was kind of tricky. Had a couple trades that were still running. It's kind of weird. All right, so here we go. As price comes back down. I'm just hoping there's not another low, because if there's another low that comes up, guys, and this is going to be invalidated, we can't use this anymore, like I said earlier. So the main thing I'm looking for is this low here. I'm making sure that I'm hoping that there's no low that's going to establish here. Volatility is super low right now, so we'll see. There goes a new low. Okay, so this is actually a good thing. If there's a new low right there, this is going to be a double body rejection off the structure. This is basically going to be like a V1 variation with confluence. So if anybody wants to take a V1, this is a V1 variation with confluence. For anybody who's looking to take it, you don't have to take it, but this is actually really good confluence, because now we're getting a double bottom, plus we're getting a double bottom with two reversals on it. Exactly, yeah. Nick said BB through a double confluence. Okay, so I'm cool with this. We have two reversals right here off the support structure. Double body, and then we'll see if it pushes up from here. See if we get that buy signal. Okay, so the low actually is not even there anymore because there's a new high. So the consolidation here is where it gets messy, because it could be a low or a high, but since this high pushed up higher, I was hoping this would have been a buy signal, but it's all good. It is what it is. Yeah, this would have been a nice buy signal here if it closed, but it didn't. And now we're having another possible buy signal right here. There's still no entry. Got to make sure this green candle closes pretty decent. It's going to break up. So if it breaks up, that's pretty solid because it's going to push up towards the liquidity over here like we marked up. So this is back to the initial analysis that we were looking for. It's just we got to make sure that it actually closes. We got about 18 seconds left on this here. About 10 seconds left on this candle here. 5 seconds. Oh my God, buy signal. We need that buy signal. All right, so the buy signal closed. If this candle here closes green, this is going to be the breakout V3 entry, guys. So you got to wait for it to close because as you guys can see, it's not really closing very cleanly. You got to wait for the very last second. So I'm going to leave it as is right now. It's about 45 seconds left on it. I'm going to wait until like the last 10 seconds maybe, and then I'll look for possible opportunity to take entry here. But I'm not going to get in earlier or anything like that. I'm just going to wait because it's still got 30 seconds here. A lot can happen in 30 seconds. We're down to 20 seconds. Down to 15 seconds. All right, we got down to the last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm in the position. So I'm in right there. I don't know why sometimes NinjaTrader will like there was no noise today. It's kind of laggy when it does it. You guys heard it there. All right. So I'm in the position right here. I'm gonna have to watch it again, make sure there's no like funny business where it doesn't end up closing all the positions like yesterday. So in the position there. Now just gotta wait and let it play through. Yeah, so we have liquidity up here. That's like where the target price point is. Yeah, I'm hoping to just blast through the liquidity right there, and it just did. And let's get to that next level of liquidity up there as well. So it's on its way up. So it got through the first level right here. And we're hoping it pushes up to the next level and goes right through. Let's see, it's almost there. Let me see what the TP's at. Full TP. Oh, yeah. There we go, guys. Full TP again. Fuck, man. This breakout V3, we've had like the win rate is crazy. So I think we've had like how many wins have we had so far on the breakout V3? Damn, we're like on a win streak of like 6 wins right now. I'm telling you guys, this shit's fucking fire. This is why we can't be on the YouTube because yeah, man, we can't be on the YouTube, guys. So I think at the end of this week, I'm probably going to increase price for the live session because I don't want a lot of people on this live session. So if you guys have people that want to join and get access to the lives, you guys have to get on now because I'm probably going to raise the price today because I just don't want a lot of people using it. Because oh my God, you see my profits. I made so much profit right now. I got full TPs on pretty much everything. So you guys will see. Yeah, I almost got like a couple more funded accounts here. We have that was nice. That was nice. Slippage worked in my favor. I'm gonna turn off my NinjaTrader because I don't want to make any dumb mistakes here. But yeah, my personal account, I made hella money today, guys. I made money, like money. It's cool because I have my personal account now, so I'm making like even more money. That's like my money because it's on my personal account. So great work, guys. Solid work right there. It played out perfect. I love this BB3. This BB3, like this is all I'm taking, and it works out amazing. So, all right, guys, let me put this in right here. And we're killing it, guys. I mean, I think everybody's getting a funded account this week or this month at least, because we've had like the win streak is crazy. Win streak is 6 or 7 wins. You need like about like 6 wins to get your funded account. So I think everybody's getting funded this week. Yeah, man, that's crazy. So, all right, let me take a screenshot of my accounts real quick. And I just find it funny because it's like, man, this is so simple, right? Like people make trading so complicated. They're like, you need to understand supply and demand. You got to understand fair value gap. You need to understand all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know what you're even talking about. And I'm making more profit than most of you guys that are like making trading so complicated. I'm like, bro, okay, keep doing whatever complicated stuff you wanted to do. And I'm gonna keep taking my breakout V3. It's always funny when people try to argue it. I'm like, bro, I got proof right here that the strategy works. I've got proof and I've got like it's a spreadsheet of all the with all the wins here to show you that it's crazy. If you guys do the math here with the BV3, like the BV3 from February, it almost won like almost every day. So if you count all February and March, it's had like almost 15 wins and like 2 losses, which I think is crazy. I think it's pretty crazy for a one-to-one type strategy, right? Because if you're doing a one-to-one and the win rate's like 80%, that's like, why would you do anything else? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, you can do other stuff, of course. It does make sense. Take that back because you could have taken liquidity here and you could have hit liquidity on both ends, right? Because liquidity here did get hit. Also, the high-low momentum scalp that Maddie took also hit. So I take back what I said. It does make sense to take other entries if you're skilled enough to apply my other strategies. But if you want a super simple way to make money, the BV3 is it. It's like literally taking this once a day and you don't have to do anything else. And I'm super happy with my profits. Look at my profits for the day and for the week. I'm killing it right now. Yeah, I cannot wait for, and here's my funded account. So my funded account, I'm up about 4,000 across both of my funded accounts. So it's pretty nice because I've even lowered my risk. So you can see over here on my funded accounts, I made about 1,250 and 1,300. So I just lowered my risk a little bit, but I'm basically making it impossible for me to blow my accounts. And then also on top of that, this makes it like almost impossible to hit your trailing drawdown because we have a calculated risk with all of our entries here. So great work, guys. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have profits to share. I'm going to here, let's just add up my profits real quick. And then we'll see. Yeah, so I think literally after this live session, guys, I'm going to increase the price for the live session and for the indicators because I don't want random people using our to be on this live stream. We have about 83 people in here, which is fine. If you guys have friends or family that want to join in and they're okay with taking just one trade a day like we do here for the breakout V3, let them know today because I'm for sure going to increase the price today because I just don't want like too many people using this strategy. I want to limit it so like all of us can continue making a bunch of profit here every single day. So it's not necessarily a cash grab for me. It's more so I'm trying to like limit who can sign up. Because if the entry rate is if like the barrier of entry is a little bit higher, not everybody's going to be willing to sign up. So that's a good thing for us because we don't want people to sign up. Yeah, your guys. So if you guys are already in here, Jake, all you guys here who are in the group, you're fine. Pricing is not changing for you as long as you don't cancel. So make sure you don't cancel because, or you don't like miss a payment or something because if you do, then your subscription is gonna automatically get a cancel. But if you're like in the group already right now, you guys are perfectly fine. Nothing's gonna change. It's just for new people who are coming in. So like say for example, you want to take a break and you just cancel, right? And you want to come back in a month from now. If price is up, you have to get in at that new price, not at where you're at now. So I think it's a steal, guys. You're paying like for the live sessions, it's super cheap, and you're making like a bunch of profit, like almost guaranteed profit. So let me just add this up real quick. 1560 times how many accounts do I have right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, times 17 plus 505 plus, let me do the math, 1620 plus 2550 plus 1300. So I made 31,195 for the day. And then for the week so far, I'm currently up, let's see. It's kind of annoying when I have to like add these up, but it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so 935 times 14 plus 739, 32 plus 2895 plus 2895 plus 2895 plus 2318 plus 1648. Damn, I'm up 40,000 for that. I don't think my math is right, but it's okay. I'll just leave it at that. I'll edit it up again tomorrow. So for the day so far, I'm currently up plus 31,195 for the day. And then for the week, I'm I'll just redo the math tomorrow. I'm just kind of whatever. I'm over it. Adding this up, it's just a lot more work. I wish there was a total here, like on all my accounts, it would just have the whole total at the bottom. It would be so much easier to just have it there, but it's okay. So for the day so far, I'm up 31,195. For the week, I'm up 40,480. It's only Tuesday, guys. I'm up that much for, like, if I wanted to stop trading tomorrow and just chill for the rest of the week, I could, but of course I'm not going to, but that would be nice. Let's see, Matthew said if you were on the live sessions only right now, will the price increase if upgraded to the indicators after you raise it? Yeah, so if you want to upgrade to the indicators right now, or if you want to, you should probably do it like now, Matthew. The thing with that is because I think the indicators are more to be protected. I think eventually at some point, I'm just going to take off access to the indicators altogether. Like, I think my indicators need to be protected because if someone gets it and then they trade for like a big hedge fund or whatever, and they use my strategies with them, it's kind of fucked for us because then a bunch of people are going to be using it. So I think for the most part, the indicators, yeah, if you want access to it, I think eventually the indicator access is just going to be taken off because I don't want like the wrong people to be using it. I'm okay with you guys using it, of course, but I don't want like some big company to start using my indicators to trade, and then it kind of just screws up, like imagine if like these big companies are using the breakout V3 and they're like, man, this thing is onto something, and then it ends up not ends up working for them. Ernest said your indicators are locked. Yeah, I think it was because you canceled, Ernest. So check your account. I'm pretty sure you canceled. They only get locked if you cancel your access to them. Kenny said we can still use them once you disable public access. Yeah, that's right, Kenny. So if you guys have access to them right now, don't worry, nothing is changing. This is all for future people because I just don't want the general public to have access to this. I might even just cut down YouTube altogether. I don't even think I'm gonna go live for them tomorrow. Yeah, fuck it. Well, I don't need to live stream this to YouTube. We'll just keep doing what we're doing here, and we'll keep making profits together. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do for the most part, we'll just do recommendations. So like if you guys have a friend or a family that wants to trade with us or get into it, just let me know. Like at some point, if everything is shut down, let me know, and then I will we'll make a decision whether like we want to let this person trade with us or not. Because yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Like I'm thinking about all the possibilities for not just me, but for everybody here. So let's take a look at everybody's profits real quick. So we got profits over here from Shannon. Shannon locked in well over 1,000 for the day. And you'll see, like, if you look at everybody's profits here, so nice for Shannon locking in over 1,000. She locked in 1,000 there. Imagine if everybody in the group was able to consistently make $1,000 here on these live sessions. I'd be happy with that, right? Because all you guys are happy. I'm happy. You're happy. We're all happy. We all make profits. I'd rather make money from this than selling anything because this is way easier. Like, I don't have to deal with mentoring. I don't have to deal with teaching. I could just trade every day with you guys, and we just make a bunch of profits here, basically every single day. So we got Andreas over here, total profit of 1,260 for the day. Nice work, Andreas. We have Maria here, total profit of 1,280. Nice work, Maria. We got Eunice here, total profit of 1,643. We have Delicia over here, total profit of about 5,000 for the day, almost well over 6,000. Nice work, Delicia. So you guys can see like everybody here is killing it. So I wouldn't want to mess this up for everybody here, right? I'd rather just have everybody who's in the group so far, you guys who basically had trust in me to like take this BB3, and then we can just keep profiting, right? This is just a rinse and repeat process every single day. Nice work, Jake. Jake over here locked in a total profit of 5,552. Nice work, Jake. Dang, on his personal account too. Nice work. We have Casey over here, total profit of well over 3,000 for the day. Nice work, Casey. We have Cam over here, total profit of well over, let's see, 9,000, almost 10,000 for the week. Nice work, Cam. 10,000 for the week so far. We have Madi over here, total profit of 1,000. I think everybody here is making at least 1,000, right? So, and there's like 100 of us here. So this is crazy. If you guys just add together like all the profits from the people in the group, I think our group as a whole, everybody makes at least, like we all make at least over 100,000 as a group every single day as a whole, which I think is crazy. Yeah, Ernest said he made over 4K. That's pretty good money there. We have Jeff over here as well, total profit of 3,000 for the day. Nice work, Jeff. We have Funmi over here, total profit of about 1,000 as well. Nice work, Funmi. We have Maddie over here, total profit of about 1,000 as well, 927. We have Vimal, total profit of about 2,000 for the day. Nice work, Vimal. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I don't think there's one person here who's making like really far less. Everybody here is making at least about 1,000 for the day. Jonathan over here made well over 2,000 for the day, over 4,000 for the week. We had John here, total profit of well over 6,000 for the day. Nice work, John. We have Nick over here, total profit of 8,795 for the day across all of his FTMO and his Apex. Great work, Nick. We have William here, total profit of about 1,000 as well. Nice work, William. We have Shannon over here, well over 2,000 for the day. Great work, Shannon. We have Vince, total profit of 2,438 on his Apex for the week, and a total profit of 328 on his FTMO. And you guys have been on fire, especially you, Vince. I know you were having trouble with consistency before, but you're killing it now. We have Johnson over here, total profit of 4,500. He's about, or he has a total profit of, 4,490. He's about 4,000 away from getting funded. Nice for Johnson. You got to keep it going. He'll be solid soon enough. Nikki just got 3 more funded accounts. Congrats to Nikki over here. She has well over 1,000 in profit. Nice work, Nikki. We have Nick over here, total profit of 121 for the day. Nice work, Nick. Yeah, his risk percentage was low, but it's all good. You made profit on it. We have Maddie over here, total profit of 8,480 for the day. All wins here. We have Kenneth, total profit of 3,000 minus 1, 4, 5, 6. Well over 6,000 for the day. Nice work, Kenneth. We have Eunice over here, total profit of 1,643. Nice work, Eunice. We have Patricia, total profit of 10,135. Nice work, Patricia. We have Gian, total profit of 772 for the day. Nice work, Gian. We have Tom, total profit of well over 3,000, about 4,000 on his Apex, and a total profit of about 2,000 on his FTMO. Nice work, Tom. We have Patricia on her X5, another account, X5 Elite Trader Funding, total profit of 1,550. Nice work, Patricia. We have Alex here, total profit of 1,219. Nice work, Alex. We have Andrew, Hawaii profits over 25K. Nice work, Andrew. Andrew over here has a ton of funded accounts. He's locked in well over 25,000 while on vacation in Hawaii. And it's like 3 a.m. over there, huh? Or 4 a.m., I think. Actually, it might be different because of the daylight savings, but it's still super early over there. We have Narith over here, total profit of about 1,000. He has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 15 accounts. So we'll say about 14,000 for the day. Nice work, Narith. We have Lucas, about 1,000 for the day. All wins on his Apex. We have Kaner here, total profit of 1,500 per account. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 accounts. So we're going to say well over 8,000 for the day. Nice work, Kaner. And we have Kevin over here with a total profit of 2,540 across both of his accounts. All wins. Man, that's a lot of profits for the day, guys. My profit posting is going to take a while for me to go over all of them, but yeah, great work, guys. Other than that, I don't think there's any other entries. So I know we went over like all the trades right now, but don't worry, you haven't missed out on any trades because there's no other momentum signal here. The trend is up super high. And I'm glad that the setup came up. So, this is what Rashida was talking about earlier. She had a perfect analysis for it to come out and blast through the liquidity over here. So I'm pretty glad that the setup here was kind of playing with us, because earlier we almost got that sell setup, remember? And if we got that sell setup, this would have been a loss. But thankfully it played out perfectly right here and went straight through. But I think the biggest thing that's kind of tripped me out is like the win rate. The win rate's pretty high with the breakout V3. So I'm hoping it keeps going, but we'll see what happens next. So Ernest, check on your account, because I think the only way that it would get locked is if you canceled your access to the indicators. So just make sure you check on that, Ernest. And you can always message me. Just message me on Discord and I can help you walk through that. But yeah, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, it looks like I'm gonna wrap this up for the day. There's not really much to look at here. Nathan, yeah, I know, unfortunately, Nathan took the PRV. He's one of the few people who took the PRV, and he kind of got knocked down, but it's all good. Nate, come back tomorrow fresh and bring it right back up. So we have more profits over here from Surin. Surin locked in a total profit of 1,242 on his first account. So we got this over here from Surin. We have his Apex account total profit of 166. Nice work, Surin. Surin's profits for the day. All right, guys. So I don't see any other questions here. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, this is pretty solid. Yeah, so Kenny said, from what I've learned about the stock market, I feel like the BB3 will be a highly successful strategy in the long run. Yeah, exactly. Because the way that we apply it, so we're looking for those breakouts on open. And like I was talking about this with Kenny, like my momentum indicator is such a strong tool. It's such a strong tool that nobody has, because I put so much work into creating this indicator that, a lot of people can't catch momentum like we do. Like there's some momentum signals here that aren't like super big. Like for example, the BB3 right here. This momentum signal wasn't on a huge candle, so it's not easy for the average trader to identify. Like this would maybe be obvious, right? Big candle like this, obvious. But the breakout V3 we took over here, it's not super obvious. And the algorithm that I put together to identify momentum, it's super useful, especially on these shorter time frames. So yeah. All right, guys. So other than that, if there's any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap this up for the day. Again, if you guys know anybody who wants to trade with us, make sure that they get access today, because I'm definitely gonna raise the price today. Just to keep our group a little more condensed. Because we don't want to have too many people here applying the breakout V3 with us. So all right, guys, other than that, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session. So, all right, guys.